we're going to get started. Let's do this. All right. Welcome back, Universe, to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark featuring Comic Nate Ford.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
We are coming to you from Coldwell Banker Wholesale Realty Studios here in beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
And if you're looking to buy or sell a house or interested in a career in real estate, email Roy at cbhsr.com, or give Roy a call at, let's try it, 414-235-0763. Let's check how'd I do. Bam!
Oh, can we get a ding?
Yes, I get a ding there.
You're going to get the wrong number and someone's going to be calling someone else's random house.
Tom, we don't get any more calls off the show.
The number is 86792. What's that? How does that song go?
8675309. Not to be confused with, what is it, Janny?
Jenny?
Jenny?
Janny?
Jenny. You know all those Janny songs?
Jenny, I got your number.
Yeah, it's Janny. All right. Don't call Janny, call Roy. So, all right. Nate's here. He's getting everything situated. We got a new camera setup type thing. See if
We have new camera accessories.
Mhm.
Because Tom is never happy with the quality. So he bought some more stuff so that we could do a hardline internet connection versus Wi-Fi.
so we can stream it better. And if you check out our YouTube, it will be even more pristine.
Sweetness. Because I hate to be that crotchety old man, but I stand by that a hard connection is always superior to Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's because it is.
Thank you.
And Molly, I'm going to need you over here because this is about useless for me. Okay, here we go. Never mind.
Tom is for the first time trying to use this monitor here so that we can all watch ourselves on Facebook Live and field any questions. Because usually it's like, hey Mark, Nate, you want to do the questions? Field them on the live? It's like,
I could sit here and try to figure it out and just get more and more pissed off and put on a worse show, or I'm going to have Molly come over and do it. So, Nate,
Yes, Tom.
where can we find you lately?
yeah, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm all over the place. Mainly in Milwaukee right now. Until December, we're doing a little run in Minnesota, going to
Oh, yeah?
Dangerfield's Comedy Club, Rib Tickler, and Shakopee, Minnesota.
All right.
That's the December 7th through the 8th. And then we'll be doing a little one-nighters around that area.
Nice.
And then we're coming back. And then I think it's still being worked on, but we're going to be gone for about 40 nights
Ooh.
in January. And
40 nights?
Is this your big Moses in the Desert tour?
Pretty much, yeah. This time it's biblical.
You thought they were funny as the Hobbits.
One is Moses, the other one is Jesus, telling jokes around the country.
I don't think that lines up chronologically, sir.
Nerds ruin everything. And Mark was
It's like
the
Moses and Jesus doing like a Bob Hope and Bing Crosby sketch.
Really big sandal. Really big.
Say, Jesus.
Well, now that we've offended half the audience.
Oh, let's offend the other half.
Listen, we're not making fun of Jesus or Moses. We're just saying they're doing a live, like every star out there is doing,
PR.
Yeah.
If Jesus were alive today, he'd tweet pictures of what he eats.
Exactly.
I'm going to hell for that one.
Awesome. All right, so we had Christine Hazel Decker on, and we talked about the Your Mom's House podcast controversy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And a response back from them?
We got lit up.
really?
Not on the show, but because advertising podcasting is hard, I went onto one of their fan pages and just put the episode.
Oh yeah, there you go.
See what would happen.
Yeah.
And they are known for being ruthless. These are ruthless fans. They actually shut down the whole retard comment thing.
Are you
of it.
telling me that the internet is
Yeah.
full of jerks?
Well, these guys take pride in, like, if Christine were to kill herself, they would wear that as a badge of honor because they helped do that. They're just the most horrible fans out
Well,
there.
that's kind of the culture in America right now. Everyone
Yeah.
feels that on the internet you're anonymous, even though you're not, and you can say things you would never say to someone's face.
So we got called, a small little shitty podcast, whatever, big whoop. But
Yeah, we are.
we are. Okay. So
I
this
had
is
to ask our
basically
neighbor to turn down his music before we started recording.
to your neighbor. Mark told everybody on his way here to turn down their music.
We're a small, awesome podcast.
Well, when I went back and looked at how they started, they didn't even have video, and they were learning just like we were. And I have to say, we are light speeds ahead. You know, you can't judge the end of the race. You got to see where we were at the same point. Being 1 year in, I think we're doing pretty freaking
They
awesome.
got producers and lots more sponsors, and
Money?
you can do a lot more with it. Yeah.
Fans, followings, you know, so we're doing pretty good. I'd like to invite them to keep it going because what they don't realize is the more they comment with the Facebook algorithms and everything, we get suggested to friends and friends of friends of
Yeah.
theirs for free.
So keep the shit coming,
So
internet.
come on, bring it up
We don't have the money to do it ourselves.
to
right
do
now.
that. So even though you think you're burning me, as I sit back and read this, I go, like, 4 of your friends are going to listen to my show now, you dumb fuck.
Just keep egging them on, egging them on.
Go ahead. Yeah, so I think I may go stir the pot or, you know, shake a bee's nest real quick because,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to come up on the pages now. It doesn't matter what you say to us. It just matters that you said something to us. If you just hit the period sign 4 times in a row and hit enter, that's going to help us out.
In ellipses is
comment.
3 periods in a row.
Whoa. So, yeah, we'll take the bashing because, you know, they're like, oh, you're just trying to plug your podcast.
Yes.
No shit.
Well, not only
Next
that,
question.
but just
Didn't
to help.
Swing by that one, you know. Can't get anything by you, can I?
Not to make it about me, but were there any bad comments about me?
No.
There's never bad comments about you, Nate.
No, Nate, you did all right.
All right.
It was mostly about Christina and myself because I was the one. I posted it from my personal page.
Ooh, first
That was
mistake.
bad. Molly, we have internet issues, don't we, here?
Oh, no.
Or no? Are we good? I
good.
see a red thing on your phone and you're freaking me out.
It's
He's watching a different live feed.
It sounds like you're about to lie to me. 'Cause
No,
Hold on, I'm thinking of a lie.
no.
As he shoves a Kit Kat in his
So
mouth.
I have 2 pages. I have Nathan Scott Ford and Nathaniel Scottfordson because Facebook doesn't want you to be social on a social network, and they banned Nathan Scott Ford at one point in time.
Okay.
And that was at a time where I was in conversations with a lot of people, and so I created a new page. And so just through the internet, I'm on Nathan Scott Ford, but through the Facebook app, it's Nathaniel Scottfordson. So I can't watch it live until I put it in the app area. So I was trying to figure out watching it live on Nathan Scott Ford, but I have to switch out the account
Okay.
on the app itself.
All right. So,
So was your account banned because you made too racy of a elves versus dwarves joke?
No, as a stand-up comic who books his own shows, we send out messages to bars
Oh.
and venues,
Solicitation or whatever?
and you know, we're just offering them a way to make money. That's all.
How dare you network
Yeah.
on this networking page?
Yeah, right. And so I sent out way too many messages, apparently, and so they blocked me, like for
Must have
several
thought you
months.
were a robot.
Yeah, it deleted the whole account. Like all my pictures were gone, and it was very upsetting. And that's why I created Nathaniel Scottfordson.
in our comic strip section that we're going to do comics with Nate later, or we'll come up with something, there is funny where they show like 2 kids.
Nate's with comic.
Nate's with comic. 2 kids, and they're being taught sharing is caring, and then the same 2 kids are on the internet, and like the police officer coming for no sharing allowed. That's their sharing content. So now you're sharing your advertising, and they ban you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck off. Yeah. So since we are a small podcast, let's show them that we're not that small of a podcast anymore. Mao, let's check out some of these numbers here. It's 1 year. This is a good time to go over where we're at.
By
Right?
the way, congratulations, guys! 1
Hey,
year.
thank you. 1 year.
You have succeeded in which most businesses have failed.
Yeah.
Where they have not lasted a year, and
Mark,
you have
that
That was
lasted
a
a year.
replacement. When did I join? That was after Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't matter.
It's still, we kept the count. So, and you were on as a guest.
I
to the
was on
first
as
show.
a guest on several episodes because I was there with Susan.
Don't you like how we had Jeff on as a guest, Nate on as a guest, and I just get my feelers into you guys?
Get your claws into us.
And you never leave. So, Molly, how are we doing? What are we doing? What's our number one city?
We have 3
Well-
listeners.
Of all time or of.
Well, let's go of
Within the
all
last
time
week.
and in the last week. We'll see where we're at.
So I pulled up the last week,
Okay.
and it's Dallas, Texas right now.
Hey,
All right.
don't mix us with Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas, Texas is number 1. Then we got Chicago, Illinois.
Hey,
Oof, that's
And
awkward.
We got
that's awkward.
Miami, Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Hot Atlanta.
We got several different cities in California. West Bend isn't until number 13.
Lucky 13 for the West
Milwaukee's
Bend Bombers.
15, and Cedarburg is 21.
So local sponsors that I'm always asking for money for.
We got Hawaii
So any
above.
folks down in Chicago
Cedarburg.
looking for a summer home up here in the North Shore area, call Roy at...
CBH. Or wait, no. Where am I calling him? I was giving you his email. You said Roy at, and I just, like a complete robotic obedience,
my
just
cue.
went in. Yeah, 414-235-0763. Bring some of that Chicago money up here.
Yeah!
Mark lives off Chicago money with his wife.
Cedarburg is a tourist town.
Yes.
So,
And
yeah.
she sells a lot of art. So, yeah, how many countries we got listening to us now, Mo?
So, I mean, we got Netherlands and Pakistan. We
Pakistan.
got
She's not good on the spot. She was rattling them off like this.
Okay.
Wait, I know the answers that are coming. I still got to ask here.
So I should rebrand my semi-racist accents.
No,
This is not what the Welshman sounds like.
Oh, I have a little story on that. How the Simpsons are getting rid of Apu now.
Why?
You see?
Everyone loves a poo.
Okay. Molly, keep going.
So a couple years ago, I was staying in Britain with Adrian, who's been on the show, and my wife and I were walking to a museum through some random streets in London, and I heard a guy yelling in the background, and I swear he was in like your stereotypical Indian accent. Oh, yeah, look over, it's a white guy. Because that's also what the Welsh accent sounds like. Oh, how dare you bark it? I'm going to kick on us. And yeah, it's just some British Welshman.
Yeah, and a white guy does a voice of Apu too.
Is it Hank Azaria?
Yeah. That's what that whole movie is about.
Two guys in the fucking town know who does Apu's voice, and it's both of you sitting right next to me.
Oh, is this going to be a quiz?
What the hell? Okay.
What, you don't know? That's
No,
common.
I didn't
That's
know.
common knowledge.
I didn't think that
Yeah,
was
he
common
does
knowledge.
Homer, and who else does he do?
He doesn't do Homer.
Oh, he doesn't? I thought he did.
No.
Who does Homer?
Nerd fight.
I
You
don't
guys
know.
gonna have a nerd fight?
I don't know who does Homer, but he does a lot of
Is he
voices.
Mo?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right. So it says they may just be quietly dropping Apu altogether.
Why? He's an entrepreneur. He's the American dream.
The stereotypes about Indian Americans that Apu embodied. So it says, since the debate of comedian Hari Kondabolu's documentary.
Hari.
The
It's
pro-
Hari.
He did a documentary called The Problem with Apu.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they should restructure the character then to be an ambassador. They should bring on Hari or someone else and give them
Mr. I like to avoid work. They
Yes,
just think it's easier.
someone else.
Bring in a
If we had Apu on our show, you would just say, drop him. I'm
Because
not
now,
going to rebrand
now
him.
the show is going to lose diversity.
I guess.
So I'm just
That
saying,
way.
why not turn these characters into ambassadors of the wonderful culture of India?
Well, okay, if you're going to do that, then hey, get rid of the drunk Irishman on the show. Get rid of the drunk the
Marty?
Marty, yeah, like he's it's going against every drunk out there. They're making fun of them,
Yeah,
and
people make fun of white
alcoholism
people.
is a disease. All right, so let's get rid of him. Hey, how
White men are
about
fair game.
yeah?
The only thing you can make fun of in this country is white men.
Oh, is it okay?
You
All
can't
right.
make fun of Smithers because he's in the closet, and that goes against the,
Well, technically, if he's in the closet, he's just a.
Well, he battles with that for Mr.
Once he
Burns.
comes out, you can't make fun of him.
Okay. It's just you can't make fun of anything anymore. No stereotypes, even though they're funny. If there's any truth
And
behind them,
true,
because that's
yeah.
how they became a stereotype.
Well, they can be respectful and still make funny jokes, right? How hard is that? I suppose you don't have a lot of controversial stuff in your act.
Not really. A little bit. But I don't try to go over the line. But I get up to the edge.
All right. Because I think there's a need for that in some humor, but I think it's hard. It requires a lot of nuance, and you have to be knowledgeable about what you're talking about.
But you'd be surprised at what people are offended by. And it's not because they're offended because of themselves or whatnot. It's because they know somebody that should know somebody.
They're offended for someone else.
Yeah. Exactly.
Righteous indignation will be the downfall of our culture.
It already is.
The offending actually stopped me from my personal Facebook account from making a post this morning because
No way.
I was going to say how I do not like the free-range chicken eggs.
Okay. What's
And-
wrong with them?
What's wrong with that?
Because once in a while, as a treat, I wanted to grind up the eggs to feed my bird. It's a good source of calcium for their
Sure.
bones and stuff. But there's shit all over them, and now I gotta wash.
Oh, the
these-
egg shells.
The eggshells. So now it's like trying to wash shit off eggshells when normally.
Well, you should wash the egg before you crack it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought of it after I made eggs, and then I'm like, these fucking free-range eggs. Now I can't get. But I'm like, oh, who the fuck am I gonna offend now that I said I don't like free-range eggs?
I just, I'd
People
rather.
are going to cry foul.
Oh, Mark, you want one? Where do we go here? Boom.
I'd rather just, shoot first and then, ask for forgiveness later.
Okay. But I was like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm already getting enough guff. Thanks, your mom.
I know some people in Cedarburg who have pet chickens, and they give me eggs all the time. So if you ever need free-range pet chicken eggs...
Eggs are so cheap, and then you buy the free range, and they're not. And there's a lot of other stuff I worry about before where my eggs come from. So,
Fair
sorry.
enough.
There's other things we can be pissed about than if my chicken egg came free range or not.
Well, I personally don't care what I consume, but we buy the expensive milk for my daughter. Like, I buy the cheapest skim milk. I don't care if it's oozing with hormones and God knows what else. It's cheap. I'm buying it. For her, we get the organic with the omega whatever fatty acids, and it's got to be whole milk, and it's got to be all these things. Like,
Should get almond milk.
I've heard terrible things about almond milk for babies.
Oh, for babies.
Susan told me this horror story about this couple that decided to only feed their baby like vegan milk and stuff. And the baby died, and they did an autopsy, and all of its organs were shriveled and underdeveloped because there just isn't enough nutrients in those particular foods they were feeding them. Babies need fat. They need all that stuff that we as adults shouldn't be eating, but because they're doubling in
That's
size
vegan
every
milk.
year.
Almond milk should have fat. It's a different kind of fat.
No.
No?
Milk is good for babies. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Human milk.
Sure. How is human milk?
Booby milk.
Human milk was fine. I did have a shot of
I
human
would
milk.
try it again.
I'd do it again. Get it straight from the tap. All right.
Moving on.
So, yes, we're doing all right after a year.
Go team.
Mark is losing a bet of how long this would have lasted.
Hey, you're out of my attic. I'd say I'm winning.
There you go. So,
Winner, chicken dinner.
we're small. We're doing what we can. We were told that we should talk politics and religion and stuff.
No.
But we decided to go against what we were advised.
Who said that?
People who advised me?
Oh.
Your mom?
No. You know who.
Yeah, we have a friend who's in marketing and does give us notes. But I like that we don't talk about that stuff because it's so infuriating right now in America because everyone has an opinion and everyone is convinced they're right and everyone who doesn't agree with them is wrong.
Is a fucking moron.
So
You hear it everywhere else you go
Yeah.
right now anyway.
So you don't
Why
get
not
it
have
here.
an escape from it?
So if we got maybe a little light on the stories today, it is coming towards a midterm election, and it's hard to find crap on the internet that is not politics. So yeah, yesterday it was all midterm stuff and shootings and bombings.
Oh boy, do they are employing some things to make people vote, though. And I think that's one of the subjects you're going to be talking about.
Uh-oh, what are they employed? No, let's do this. I don't have that.
voting is good. Everyone should vote.
No, it's like, oh, how do we get the young kids to vote? But you have a story that
Right now, we'll give them candy.
no, voting for marijuana.
We'll pull up in our big van.
Oh,
that's
I
a
do
big,
have that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big thing. Like, oh, how do we get the young? Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's let them vote for marijuana.
Like you
Like,
have you're
Like,
holding a
what's
joint and
next?
you're waving
It's like-
them into the polling
yeah.
place. You're gonna give
We're-
them a dime bag or a bowl every time they vote.
We're gonna
Wait, what?
we're gonna put soda in the water coolers. We're gonna extra recess.
Okay. Well, you went way out of my order, and
Yeah, that's why we can go back to it. I'm just
All right,
hinting
let's,
at it. No, I'm hinting at it. Don't go there.
oh, you're just hinting. You don't want to go
He's
there.
teasing it. He's
yeah,
teasing
I'm
it.
teasing it.
He says, "Do what you want."
Do what I want.
Do what you want.
It's like making love. You tease it and then you come back later when you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly, I want to mount you later. When I'm ready and I need to be relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're on the marijuana shit. I can't segue anywhere else. We brought us here.
Let's do it.
All right, so this is Milwaukee. They approve a referendum. It's basically to see if they should vote for it.
So they're gonna put it on a ballot.
They voted. No, this
They
was a
voted
vote
to put it on a ballot.
because it costs $15,000 to get it on a ballot for some reason.
So we had to have an election to determine if we can have an election to see if we can do it.
Yes, this was the pre-election election.
All right.
So
So what's the verdict? Do we know?
15-1, it is going to be on the ballot.
Okay, yeah.
It's been decided that
yeah.
it will be left up to an election.
And like I'm you know what, I'm all for it, I don't want to be walking around like a criminal,
Mm-hmm.
I want to feel free
So you're saying you walk around like a criminal?
all the time.
But this isn't to legalize, is it? It's just decriminalizing it in Milwaukee.
Make it a misdemeanor or whatever?
No, that's already happened.
So
Yeah,
will it be
that's-
easier to smoke marijuana than tobacco? Because you can't just light up a
I think-
cigarette at the bar.
I mean, I
or
think
at
the
a
only
restaurant.
thing that this will affect is pot dealers, because now they're going to have stores and
Yeah, this
legitimate.
is to decriminalize it.
Well, I'm on the podcast in the past. I'd mentioned I'm cynical, and I fear that legalizing it is not going to solve anything, because right now there's a lot of
Uh-oh, we got a
illegally
debate.
types who sell pot to fund their criminal empires.
Yes, Tyrone is
That's
funding.
where my puke war thing would have
Well,
came in.
my point is, I think
Do
if
not
you
start a puke
Yes.
war
That wasn't
you
even the
can't
right one.
finish.
legalize pot, I
Yes.
fear that those people who are currently selling pot illegally will push harder things, and we will have more. They'll be pushing more meth, or they'll be pushing more.
How long have they been selling pot? Right? Yeah, there are some areas where
Pot is harmless. I agree. Pot is harmless.
where meth is rampant for sure, definitely. But to say that pot's a gateway drug of selling shit, I don't know.
They lace it with other stuff. I think the dealers
That
are already
costs money.
They're already doing shit illegal. They want to get you. If you take away this product from them, they're still going to have the need to sell to raise funds
Yeah.
for whatever it is they're doing. So I think they will just start pushing and giving away free samples of harder, worse things.
But
Opioids,
then you won't have
for
them
example.
pushing stuff that's laced, because they'll be going to places that are legal and
Yeah.
controlled to get the stuff. The marijuana.
The people who want to buy it, they'll go and they'll find a dispensary somewhere. But that
Right.
doesn't change the fact that dealer on the street still needs to make money, and now he's just going to get people hooked on harder things. He's going to go to his prostitute friends or whoever, and he's going to give them opioids instead of pot.
Yes, especially in Oostburg.
Well, I'm just saying, pot is harmless where it is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm
fine
just
looking
saying,
the other
if you
way.
look at Colorado,
But people can get a felony for their second offense now under the current laws in Milwaukee for possessing a little bit of pot.
yeah,
That's what they're
that's
taking.
why there's a lot of African American males in prison right now because of pot, and it's stupid. Of course, there's a lot of people who do actual crimes, but there's a lot that overcrowding prisons because of marijuana. And if you look at Colorado, a lot of good things are happening in that state as far as using it for taxes for schools and help the homeless. Everything they're getting their stuff together.
And right over the border, New Mexico, they have a huge meth problem. So I'm
Yeah,
just
well,
saying
that's
it's not going to work
that's-
everywhere.
Well, that's their problem. New Mexico doesn't have a pot dispensary.
No, it doesn't. I'm merely saying that pot is that it's filling that void of it's both naughty and against the rules and also harmless.
Yeah. So, if
if you
it
make
was
it-
if it was legalized all around the country as a unified country,
Mm-hmm.
the PUSA, Pot USA,
Pot Users of America.
Pot Users of America, I think it would solve a lot of issues.
I think you're just going to see
And
a
thing
rise
is-
in stronger people pushing on stronger things.
And they still are.
Yeah, they're pushing them now,
Yeah.
but they won't be pushing harmless pot. They'll be pushing more harmful things.
with this whole
That's my fear.
this whole ban on guns, people are still going to sell guns. It's still going to happen.
There will always be guns on the street
Yeah.
because they're getting their drugs illegally. What's to stop them from getting their guns
But
illegally?
wouldn't you rather have fixed streets in Wisconsin, especially Milwaukee, just fixed potholes because they have a little extra cash from the pot industry? That would be amazing.
Again, I think long term you're going to see bigger drug problems in other types of drugs. That's my fear. I'm
you're
cynical
so
about
cynical.
it. I know.
I would think that, the majority of their,
You out there in the world, what do you guys think about this whole pot thing?
I would think that the majority of their buyer base is going to go to the legal dispensaries and be happy
Yeah.
with that and not.
Yeah, and then the dealer's not going to be getting his money. And
Right.
he's going to go and he's going to find his money by getting other people hooked on other things.
Or he's going to go and get his license to grow pot.
Yeah.
And
if he wanted to
sell
go straight, he'd go straight
something
now
legal.
selling something else.
It's hard to sell something else when that industry opens up. There's probably going to be a lot of dealers that just either work on a farm.
You're assuming
No.
the drug dealer wants to go clean.
Well,
He just wants money.
my
That's
problem
where the
is
money's
how
gonna
do
be.
you test for OWI?
Yeah. There's got to be a way to test for it, though.
That would
There's
be
gotta
my biggest issue.
Well, I was driving on my road trip with Susan. We would stop and have margaritas for dinner, and we would think, if in Wisconsin you can drink with a lot of alcohol in your system, I'm worried about driving in New Mexico with alcohol in my system because Wisconsin is so lax.
Yes.
So it's that same thing of,
The person going 10 miles under the speed limit, that guy's high. The
Right.
one that's crashing into things, that guy's
The one-
drunk.
Well, I think a lot of people, there's no way to know how your body's going to react to if Mark all of a sudden has 3 old fashions over 7 hours and is fine to drive. But if he throws a joint in there, the mixture, it's kind of the
Universe,
let's
the
fucking
trick is
try it method. You
have
know?
your fun
I just
safely.
think, well, I mean, I agree with that. Like, I think, if you're going to be impaired, I mean, there's Uber, Lyft, taxis, friends,
Not in
family.
Ootsburg, Wisconsin.
Now you can
It's
get
Oostburg.
you can get Uber in Oostburg now. It's opened up all around Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's open up, but try to find one. you can't. It's
So party responsibly, Universe.
Yeah,
Wow.
like anything. Like people are just going to do stupid shit all the time. But
how do you test for it? Like if you pull
They'll
a guy,
develop
but
tests.
I'd rather buy my
There's no need for tests
pot
now.
legally
yeah.
and not be hunted down for it.
Yes, well, my concern is not on the demand side, but the supply side.
Well, it was legal. It would be re-legalization of marijuana. So it was legal first in the United States.
Yeah, before the scare,
So what made it illegal the first time?
propaganda
Reefer
from the
madness?
government. Yeah.
It was reefer madness was basically, how do I say this? Okay.
It's the alcohol
Mexican
companies.
Immigration and Texas police officers started it all. They said that the immigrants from Mexico who preferred to smoke weed at the time in early 1900s came over. They did all this crime. It gave them super strength, and they were hulked up criminals. And we're having a lot of problems
That
with
is
it.
in line with everything I know about pot.
Yes. You get very violent,
Super
and you
strength.
incredible Hulk your shirt off.
The reason why it became illegal was because of the
Marijuana Tax
the-
Act of 1937.
alcohol companies and the drug companies, as far as like medical drugs, like whatever oxycodone, whatever. Because of those companies, they
OxyContin, the harmless drug.
whatever the you get at hospitals and shit.
Morphine.
yeah, morphine.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
Vicodin.
because of those companies, they put a lot of propaganda towards the marijuana and say, "Oh, it's bad. It'll make you do bad things." And
Reefer Madness, which I watched, which
I haven't,
kind of
yeah.
sounds, or it looks like a K and Peel sketch.
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't want. They were going after like jazz in that movie
Yeah.
too. Like, you don't want to go to a jazz club.
Well, to be fair, you don't want to go to a jazz
No,
club.
I hate jazz. It's like my all-time hated music. But yeah, they would
jazz
get
all
people-
the time.
That's why they have no clue what the fuck they're playing. They're on Reefer. Everybody's doing their own solos, and that's a band. So yeah, it was.
Because they felt like marijuana would lose sales in their departments, and so they wanted to get rid of it fast. And what better way is like, oh, it causes diseases. It does this to you. Da, da, da. And I'm like, not really.
Okay.
I'm all for medical marijuana. If a doctor thinks doing lines of cocaine is good for me, I should be allowed to do it with doctor's orders.
Well,
like FDR used to get for his colds.
Yeah.
well,
They
well, with
prescribed-
anything, moderation. Anything that you do, moderation.
Well, now
is
The
you're
other key to
now
happiness
you're
is
asking
moderation
people.
and responsibility.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in stupid situations, universe.
Oh, jeez. So, how much are people going to grow it?
I know
and
a lot
not
of.
even buy it.
I
if
used to
it's
work
legal?
with a lot of people who grew their own, and they preferred it because they knew exactly what they were getting. And one guy in particular, he had found a particular species or whatever that he really liked, and it actually made him a superior worker because he was kind of a nervous, high energy kind of guy,
Yeah.
and he would take this and it would calm him down, and he was actually much more effective on the job. So he found something that worked for him, and I'm all in favor of that.
All right. Well, how much
I have
are
a-
you going to be able to grow? Because I have the alcohol amounts that people in Wisconsin can grow.
I have a friend
Grow
in
alcohol?
friend in Boise, Idaho,
Produce.
or the Idaho area,
Idaho.
who has Romberg disease, which
Don't know
basically it just kind of it deteriorates your head
Okay,
until it's gone.
like
And-
you go crazy, or
No, just like it like
you're,
it,
you're like Michael Jackson,
like
kinda?
a shrinking like head, like
Okay.
like it like the bone and the
okay.
muscle and everything
Okay.
is deteriorating.
Okay.
And so, out of all the drugs and all the hospitals, marijuana helps, like THC helps with that, with the pain. So there's like oils that she puts on, and then certain strands that she smokes, and just a little bit of everything. But in Idaho, it's illegal, and so she's been fighting to make it legal there in Idaho.
Yeah, medicinal use should be legal everywhere, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Turn the drug dealers into doctors.
Yeah, because it's that simple.
Send them to medical school.
Because the only thing holding them back is their medical degree.
Yes.
Right.
So,
wanna-
if you are producing wine or beer, how much can you make? Mark, you were a wine producer.
I made small amounts.
Okay.
I have no idea what the caps were. I'm sure I never came close.
Per year, you can make 100 gallons per person, up to 2 people in the household.
Oh, okay. I was probably
You can make
producing
200 gallons of wine a year.
20 gallons, maybe 25 a year at my peak. Because I would do 1 gallon a month, and
So
then
how
every
much
now and then I do a
pot
5
do
gallon.
you think people are going to grow? What do you need, Nate? For your own recreational use, how much would you need?
Do you still have
Are
to
you
have a
familiar with
license to grow it?
agriculture?
No. You don't need a license to make beer. If it's free, why would you?
I
You'd have a garden, wouldn't you?
It's not illegal to have hops. It's illegal to have the plant.
When it gets legalized, how much?
Oh, okay.
Because that's coming.
I don't need a lot. Like, it's an eighth, a month, what I say?
Well, I'm not familiar with the culture or with the agriculture, so I don't know what would one potted plant
Well, yeah, maybe a plant.
be enough?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
would
I
you need
think
to
so.
have a basement full of grow lights?
No, that's a little too much, I think. I mean, it all depends. I know some people do it because they do sell it, so they have more plants and whatnot, and it's obvious to, his electric bill is this much.
Right.
Oh. But I know some people who just survive on one plant and regrow it and clip it, and
Yeah, and have a green thumb.
yeah,
A good valuable hobby to have. Because when the zombie apocalypse hits, we're going to need someone to grow our potatoes
And pot. I'm sure that'll come.
and pot.
Well, if the zombies are out there, they're not going to fuck with it. They may just trample
What
it
if
a little
pot
bit.
causes the zombie apocalypse?
What if it cures it?
That's equally plausible.
Cures death? Nah, we're going a little too far.
Cures undeath.
The moment you are not high, you start turning into a zombie.
Oh shit!
It's like speed, but you got to constantly stay high.
There's a movie.
All right, Orlando couple finds 65 pounds of marijuana sold to them by Amazon they were getting a storage bucket.
So they bought a tote.
They bought a tote, and it came with 65
And it came with magoots.
pounds.
See, that's ridiculous. That is...
Oh!
Shit, I'm all over the buttons
You
today.
got
That's-
Jesus! You didn't even get the right one.
Now you turn my
that's
shit
nothing.
off.
I did not turn your shit
You've
off.
been cut off, sir. You've had enough.
Totes my goats. It's not working.
Look at you.
Anyway.
But that's way too... I don't know. What are they planning on selling it? Is that why they
No,
have
they
it?
called the police immediately.
Oh, that's good.
But okay,
But so
we've
where
all-
was it? Was it inside of a...
We've all driven past the huge Amazon center between Milwaukee and Chicago, right? So did
Yeah.
someone fill up the tote with their pot by accident and
I
ship
think
it?
they were using it to ship it across federal lines. Somebody,
Okay.
it's an inside job.
So this was someone trafficking, and the tote and the
Using
bins got
Amazon.
mixed up.
Yeah, I believe.
It's
Well,
like,
it's got to be.
Why don't you do the easy way and just go by Greyhound? Nobody checks on Greyhound.
I bet they wish they did now.
I've never taken a Greyhound before.
I've done a few in my lifetime. Yeah. Nobody checks. Nobody.
All right. All right.
There's no drug dog walking around the Greyhound station at 3 in the morning.
No customs.
Yeah, there's no customs.
So, Nate, you're getting ready to move out of Milwaukee. You're going to LA. You made it big.
Yeah.
I got to order some Amazon totes online. And 65 pounds of marijuana show up at your house. What's your move? Everything's coming up, Nate.
Was that free Prime shipping?
Free Prime shipping off because you used our website.
Got 10% off. Or we
I'd
got
sell
10%.
it quickly.
Where do you go with 65 pounds of marijuana?
I know a few people.
If you need an eighth of an ounce for a month,
yeah.
you know.
I'm going to keep a pound for myself, obviously.
Okay.
Just I'm set for a good while. But I try to sell it off and make bank.
All right. So, how long would that set you? I should get my calculator out here.
How long would it take to sell?
No,
Just to consume?
Well, you'd probably binge a little more, right? You wouldn't be at your
How long
I have
does-
to buy it state. You would smoke more if you had a pound.
Yeah, I'd probably be high 24/7.
How long does it keep? Did you have to freeze it in Tupperware bins?
No. I mean, it does dry out.
Because like tea
for sure.
leaves,
Definitely,
they fade
yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
If you bust out old tea leaves, it's like just dirty water.
Yeah, but I mean, even dry pot does the trick when you smoke it.
Okay.
So I've been told.
So I imagine the THC is
You're
not a
beyond
volatile
there.
compound.
Yeah. I've been caught. But
I have it on good authority. Yeah.
65 pounds is just ridiculous. That's just...
Would you be
What if
nervous that the person who worked at Amazon doing this inside job would now have your address and know that it went to you? And they're coming for it?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Unless they-
It'll be a lifetime movie.
You
for
assume
sure.
this is a two-tote switcheroo. This could have been a room full of totes, and they just... a new guy was working that day, and he didn't know about
Like he
your-
brings it home and there's like Beanie Babies in
Yeah.
it. Like, what the?
So if you kept it under control, a pound should last you 10 years and 8 months.
Yeah.
That's got to be spoiled by then. No?
No.
I've got some old tea sitting around.
Okay.
So that's why I asked Nate, like, is it volatile?
No.
You would probably have
Like
it done.
wine will turn into vinegar if you just sit
Yeah,
on
definitely,
it.
definitely.
Yeah.
But no, it's... Yeah, no.
Okay. Is there an issue with mold?
I
know it's
if you
dry.
if you keep it wet, I guess there might be mold. But if you just keep it still in the storage bin and
Because it's not factory sealed or anything.
yeah,
What if
Okay.
the people that got the 65 pounds, what if it originally started out as like 100 pounds? And they just reported 65
the
pounds.
criminals we caught said it was supposed to have 100 pounds in it.
Are they really going to say?
You can't believe criminals. I called the
Actually, we
police.
shipped 100 pounds. Well, no.
That has to happen. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure. I used to talk about The Wire all the time. There
I'm
were
just-
two cops who would, when they would find a pile of money, they'd take some and then report they found $100,000. And then later, the other cops would discover there was supposed to be $120,000 there, but we only recovered $100,000.
I'm sure that happens all the
Yeah.
time. But I'm just like, I'm absent-minded. I'll admit, like, I don't remember. I don't remember why I went into the room in the first place. Sometimes, but
Where am I?
65 pounds of pot that you misplaced, like that just epic moron.
Yeah.
It's
That's a big bag of dog.
I can't even fathom
food
that.
worth of pot.
Yeah.
Imagine the guy who was supposed to get the 65 pounds. What's he feeling?
Right. How much was he supposed to get? for
Like
that?
you can't really call the cops on that. Like
no.
I was
You
Call
I was
911. My pot never arrived.
Yeah.
I have technically not broken the law, your officer.
Okay, Nate. You said an eighth of an ounce. How much do you pay for that?
Good pot, $50.
50 times 8 times 16 times 65. So that's $416,000.
Yeah.
They'd be coming for that.
Well, it's retail. There's a dealer cut and things like that.
Okay, even if the dealer cut his half, that's still over $200,000. Somebody's going to be wanting that. So
Yep.
I may just freak out. I don't
A
know.
little less $500,000. Yeah, for sure. definitely.
I would
That's-
probably
yeah.
squeal and go right to the police.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would panic and freak out and call the cops immediately.
Oh, definitely.
you
Yeah.
would have to keep Susan out of it though.
You would
until
you would
cops
call
got
the
there.
cops. You wouldn't like put it in your car and drive to the police station.
No,
No.
no. If you get pulled over.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was
you're in-
taking it to you.
then you're in
oh,
possession.
thank God. a cop.
That's the man I was looking for.
In
I drove
possession
fast
of
to
65
help
pounds.
find me.
No.
Thank God. Finally, a cop when you need one. I got 65 pounds of marijuana in the back seat for you. And see you later. No, you're coming with me.
Womp womp womp.
No, I wouldn't go anywhere with it. It wouldn't leave where I had opened it up. I would just call the cops. And
Wouldn't make it anywhere.
no,
says Molly.
I would call the cops. I
You would call me first.
probably.
What should I do?
What the fuck?
Tom knows how to make a body disappear.
Officer.
Just saying.
Somebody left 64 pounds Hot. in this tote bag from Amazon.
Or the other option, you could just return it. Get the return label on that.
Yeah.
Reject it.
Yeah. Return to sender.
How would you like to be that return?
Address unknown.
You know, I got a hot lead on an Elvis impersonator
Return
to do
to
the show,
sender.
too, by the
This
way.
reefer no more.
Then it goes to someone else who's not involved in the thing, and then they investigate you because that's where it came from. You're the last person that touched it. Now it's back
It's
on
not
you.
good.
It could be the courier.
Now you're involved.
Is there some comments there? Are we missing some?
Hi, Nate. The Great.
Who's that?
Jackson Dworak.
Jackson. How you doing, buddy?
I guess I don't have to type what you say, eh?
How are you doing?
Nate
Question mark.
wants to
Enter.
know how you're doing. Oh. Nate the Great.
Yeah.
All right. That's,
It's one of my
Right on.
nicknames.
I like
guess
it.
so.
Nate the Snake.
No.
Nate the Great Snake?
Nate the Great works a lot better.
Nate the Great.
In the hood, I'm
once.
known as Black Nate. It's weird, but it's true.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got some of that in your bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on it. Yeah, Nate's on an all
You got a little
black
bit of
comedy
that.
tour. You got a little
Got a little bit of black in you. What? Whoa, whoa, hey.
Hey, normally a gentleman buys me a drink first.
Oh, hold on. Hold the phone.
All right. So, I got a conspiracy theory.
All right.
All right. We won't get into this yet, but Titanic 2 is setting sail.
What?
A boat?
A boat.
See, when I first read that, when you made a comment about it before the show started, I go, are they really making a Titanic 2 movie?
My first thought was
That,
movie.
that was where my thought went too.
Titanic 2.
My soundboard's off now, so.
It is
Electric
not off.
Boogaloo.
This time it's personal.
I have written, Nate,
Yeah.
a bunch of what Titanic 2 would be. I want you to read Titanic 2 and then the sequel.
the
title.
taglines?
Because my conspiracy is James Cameron just wants to make a Titanic 2, so he has to first create an actual Titanic 2.
Wait, you wrote this?
I wrote these. And Nate's going to read them. Titanic 2.
Secret of the Ooze.
What?
Titanic 2. A good day to die hard. The search for Spock.
Titanic 2, right?
I'm on to you, sir. Yes, Star Trek 2.
Titanic 2.
Star Trek 2 was Wrath of Khan. Search for
Attack
Spock
of
is
the
Star Trek 3.
Clones.
I used Attack of the Clones.
Titanic 2. Octopussy. Titanic 2. At Bernie's. Son of Kong.
Son of Khan. What the
Son
fuck
of
is that?
Kong.
Yeah.
Son of Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titanic
what
I
I
thought you
said.
said Khan.
No,
Because we were
Kong.
talking about Wrath of Khan a second
Wrath
ago.
of Kong's son.
The iceberg knows what you did last summer.
Yes.
Wow.
Get to the iceberg.
So would you, if you were making a sequel, would it be on a Titanic
Unsinkable
2,
Molly?
or would it be another story on the Titanic, concurrent?
See, I like the one here.
Samuel L. Jackson as Unsinkable Molly.
Nate will-
Sink this
sick
motherfucker.
of these motherfucking icebergs outside this motherfucking boat.
Which one does Tom want you to read now?
No, I was going to say the Jason Takes Manhattan would work well for a horror movie. A campy horror movie where they actually had to sink the Titanic because Jason was on it.
Ooh.
What do you think about that?
To save the world, you gotta sink it.
Yeah.
Yes.
See,
Jason Takes Manhattan.
from the Titanic.
But first, the Titanic. And so Jason's just floating in the ocean, all frozen like, until years later. And that's when they could do the
He's holding the
Mammoth
necklace.
Man 3.
He's holding a necklace. That's crazy that, what, at least 2 out of the 4 of us thought of a movie when you said Titanic 2 rather than the
Yes.
actual ship.
Well, this is kind of sickening, but there are some Vegas odds on it.
No.
Sinking.
For the boat. For a
For
boat.
the boat sinking.
No.
On its maiden
People are
voyage.
betting on if it's going to sink or not.
Plus 2,000 minus 5,000, which means you have to bet $5,000 that it will sink to make 100.
How much are tickets going to be?
I don't know. They have to build it first. This is set for 2022.
Would you buy a ticket
Oh, sorry. Yes. sorry.
to ride?
No way.
No.
Because
You're just asking
I'm
for
third
it.
class, man.
Dude, lightning can't strike twice.
Yeah, but
It's a law.
if they're making it anything like the first one, no
It'll
one
be
here is
unsinkable.
going to have the kind of money to buy a ticket.
It's supposed
for
to
it.
be a luxury cruiser,
Yeah.
just like the first one.
There's no way. Even if I wanted to, I would be able to
How
afford
much
a ticket. on
did
this
a
It will-
ticket cost to get on the original Titanic?
Okay.
Because I bet you it's like $5 or something stupid like that.
No.
It was 100 years ago. $5 went a long way.
But then you've to do the, how much would that have been?
Well, I would do the conversion. That's
Yeah.
no fun.
Titanic 2, starring Method Man and Red Man.
Cost, how much? Perhaps, how much did tickets cost? I'm trying to find it, guys.
much did a first class ticket?
So we're all up in arms
These
about the
euros.
smelling the
$4,000.
bombs stuff.
Oh, yeah.
my
But
shit.
yet
gosh.
now we're voting on death and destruction of a boat.
I would
That's what
get
we're
on it
betting
because
on.
what are the odds it's going to happen again? This is like Germany starting World War II. What are the odds we're going to lose again?
Yeah.
We're due. We're due. For
What
a
are
win.
the odds that Crosby's gonna miss another field goal? What are the odds?
Well, what if there's outside?
Well, it's
Never mind. I don't
following
even
the
wanna go there.
original voyage, which is known to have icebergs, obviously.
Well, they also,
They're going to
you,
follow
Tom.
the same
but
path.
but they also
Yeah,
do
same
have
path.
updated like navigational technology and
Strap
stuff.
torpedo cannons to the side of it.
Yeah.
I think I had mentioned this in the podcast
Okay.
way back when we were still at my house. I had watched a documentary that theorized there was a coal fire in the storage room on the Titanic. So their fuel was burning before it was in the engine. So that might be one of the reasons why they plowed ahead through the field, because they knew if they hung back and waited, as they should have, they might have run out of fuel. So it's not that they were racing because they wanted to break a record or they were being reckless. Their fuel was literally wasting, and it's full speed ahead or we ain't going to make it.
That's what you can tell a cop next time you're speeding.
Couldn't they have
Officer, I'm fucking on E.
There's a coal fire in the trunk, officer.
No, we can't just cruise.
Here's a question for America.
Okay, America.
Let's say that they're doing Titanic 2, they're sending it off, and there's bets about if it will sink, and the odds that it will sink. Who would you put on the boat?
Oh boy, you're opening it up way.
You mean who would we buy a free ticket
Yeah,
to go on this?
Yeah. Who would you put on there? Just hey, just in case,
The internet.
like an in-law, like
the internet?
the internet.
Put all the internet servers on the Titanic 2 and send it on its voyage.
Let's go back to the Stone Age.
Well, Nate, answer your own question there, buddy. Who would you throw on there? That's a rough one.
I would have Pitbull as the on there as the band, to play it off.
Okay.
I would put Jay-Z on it just because I think Beyonce's music was better before she married him.
The Kardashians, because really, like, what
Okay.
good are they? Like, who are they? Like, why do we
You going to
watch
include
them?
Chloe in that one?
Yes,
Okay.
So you're just
And-
throwing.
and Caitlyn. I'd put Caitlyn on there too.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Bold.
yeah. Not because she's transgendered, because
Because she's a part of the clusterfuck that is keeping
yes,
the Kardashians.
yeah, like I mean,
Not even that can save her.
yeah.
Okay. So you want to just hook a big diamond chain to the Jersey Shore and pull
Yes.
whatever it
Yeah, why not?
grabs
If
goes
you can
down with
also
it.
attach
situation on
Indiana and
Hey,
the tollways, can we put the
Molly's
tollways on
mother's-
the
Every
Titanic?
toll booth.
Every toll
Yeah.
booth.
I've got family in Indiana, man.
Hey, Indiana, home of the Ku Klux Klan. Thanks.
Hey,
My
bada,
soundboard
bada.
is not going.
Did you
I-
flip
Maybe
a
the
switch?
battery died in the
Huh?
the
Flip the
keyboard,
switch.
man.
You probably turned it off
Nope.
with your
With your Hulk
antsy
strength.
fingering.
Okay.
Gets too excited. Hey!
How the hell? Oh, that ain't me.
It's your keyboard. It was me.
Yeah, this thing has been going a while. But hey,
So,
guys, go to
don't
Amazon.
blame me, man.
Use our webpage so we can get some new batteries here.
We should get rechargeables.
Shut up.
Yes, if you go to our Patreon, you will receive a bumper sticker of Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, and all proceeds will go to help make the show better for you guys.
We're getting
as far as batteries,
mic stand.
Tickets on the
better
Titanic
internet
too.
service.
We're getting another soundboard and more mics.
So if you know somebody
Internet.
that works within the internet
Within
and
the internet.
business,
Works at the internet.
like a Time Warner
I know
or
a
whatever.
guy.
I know Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, lawnmower
This
man.
broadband that fell off the internet truck. I want you guys to have it.
If you guys know Pierce Bronson, just what?
Pierce Brosnan?
Well, he said he was the
Lawnmower Man.
Yeah. Jeff Fahey was the lawnmower man himself, but Pierce Bronson played the scientist.
Movie was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time.
And what made Lawnmower Man 2 so great was that it was on the Titanic too.
Wow.
Ugh.
Hey!
I can charge batteries with my hands for a little while. It's weird, but it works. Sorry, guys.
As far as superpowers go.
I'm the shittiest super hero ever. I'm battery charge man.
I can give a couple minutes to a battery. That's what I can do.
Control
I
a
can charge
battery
all
a
the
good
way.
time.
There's an asteroid that's going to hit America. We need Tom.
Not
Uncle Tom
Duracell,
to save
the
us.
dollar store brand. I can do that to the dollar store brand batteries, not Duracell.
All right.
But again, off the rails bumper stickers. Wouldn't you want one of these? These are lovely. Purchase them online.
They're free with your support.
Yes.
that's a good
so
way of putting it.
Donate.
They're free if you donate money.
Yeah.
Like every purchase you ever did.
Seriously. Find it in your heart to give.
All right, so
Pizza Habit is very expensive, so
we're going to do this little story here because I
And
thought it
Mark
was
can
fun
eat.
for this time of year. Watching a scary movie can burn as many calories as a 10-minute walk.
Sweet.
It's not what the headline says, sir.
Hold on.
so is whacking off.
What if you whack off while you watch a scary movie?
Hey.
I guess it depends on the scary movie. I mean, sometimes there's
Watching horror films burns nearly 200 calories
I assume
every
it's because
time.
of heart rate, right?
Yep.
And erection.
Right.
Here's Johnny.
They're listing some of the movies that are the healthiest to watch, I guess, for
Most exhilarating.
diet-wise. So,
Well, I do know people who can't help but stand up and jump and all that when they're scared. Mm-hmm. Watching a horror movie, they almost have to jump out of the room as if that will save them from the terror.
see, when Molly wants to lose weight, I just rip her out of bed and I put a knife through her throat and just watch her freak out.
A knife through my throat?
Yeah.
No, to you.
Oh, I got the order wrong.
Oops.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, crap.
Shit.
Undo.
This is actually technically Molly 3.
So,
What are the scariest? What scary movies? What
Yeah,
what,
what do you
what scared
recommend?
you the most? You guys. Let's before we get to the list. What scared you guys the most? What movie?
Darkness Falls freaked me out for a while. If you remember that one. About the Tooth Fairy.
No. Yeah.
Supposedly this lady was burned alive because she used to give money to children for their teeth. She was just like a what do they call it? Agoraphobic or whatever back in the day. And then one of the children went missing, so they burned her alive because she thought she was a witch. Like, why would she be giving these children money for their teeth? And then after they did that, the kid came back, and they're like, oops. So now, on the last
Oopsie.
baby tooth that you lose, she comes and takes it, but if you look at her, she kills you. But she can't be she can only stay in the darkness. So if
She
you're
still
in a
leave
lit
money?
room. No, she just wants your tooth, dude. She got
What the
wronged.
fuck? What the fuck? I had nothing to do with that.
So once you're in the darkness, she can get you, but she can't be in the light. It hurts her. But she will like fly in the shadows and break the lights and shit. It was just a really creepy movie.
Classic movie, man.
Yeah. Mark?
The movie that it gave me the most nightmares, or just the scariest movie? Because I've seen movies too young,
Yeah.
and then that was like half the nightmares I had growing up were from the Jennifer Connelly movie The Labyrinth.
Oh wow, really?
Not really a horror movie,
yeah,
but I
no.
saw it too young.
Yeah, there's some scary
The
elements
puppets,
to it.
yeah, The tactile ability. That's why I think I love
You
practical
remind me of
effects
the babe.
so much.
What babe?
Large
Babe of the
Marge
power.
from Pee Wee Herman gave me nightmares because I was too young when I saw her.
But as
You remind me of the babe.
as a semi-adult, I think the
What
scariest movie
kind
that I
of
saw.
magic spell to use? Puppy dog tails, slime and snails. And the baby said, "Dance, magic, dance."
Dance, magic dance. We played that a
Slap
lot.
that baby, make him scream.
Gone. I've never seen
Oh,
this.
no, me either.
It's a great fantasy movie, but it has a lot of. It's a Jim Henson movie, so it has a lot of creepy
Yeah.
puppets that gave 5-year-old Mark nightmares for
Okay.
10 years. But as a semi-adult, as a tweener, I saw Event Horizon, which always creeped me out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I love
that's-
sci-fi
yeah.
horror
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And that one, just the architecture and all that kind of stuff, and just the idea of
Sam Neill and
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
a dimension of pure chaos and all that.
And then it had the worst ending of all time.
Most movies have underwhelming endings.
They just forgot it, right?
What you want to do is leave things open. How did that movie end?
They
there
just
was a
they
there was a
chose to
last
forget.
minute jump scare. Yeah. Because at the
thinking of
end
the
of the
wrong
movie,
movie?
you're thinking of the wrong movie. At the end of the movie, the two survivors get like cryo sleep to go home,
Yeah.
and then she wakes up, and turns out she's in the hell dimension, and it's and then no, she
Spoiler
wakes up
alert.
again. She's fine. That was a nightmare she was having, so they did get away.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the last like 10 seconds of the movie. Is that switcheroo?
All right.
It's
Nate,
all nightmare.
Molly?
scary movie.
Molly?
Molly?
You have a scary movie, Molly?
I don't like scary movies, so I had avoided watching them for the most part until I started dating Tom because he tricks me into watching them.
Because all of the bad decisions you make in life revolve around Tom.
Pretty much.
He's a trickster.
But I think the movie that bothered me the most was still probably The Conjuring. It just the psychological and the like demonic possession type stuff.
Do you like that kind of
No.
exorcism type stuff?
No. It creeps me out really badly. And yeah,
All right.
it's scary.
The movie, I saw it alone in the dark. It's realistic. It wasn't shock value horror that you see today, like
Ghostbusters.
They used Old Yeller. Rosemary's Baby,
Yes.
directed by Roman Polanski, about a lady who's pregnant, and there's a cult that lives next door to her in the apartment building, and a lot of freaky stuff happening, and it was like, oh my god, this could actually happen. And that's what probably scared me the most about it.
Those are the ones that,
Yeah. And it wasn't like, like here's this loud music to scare you. It was yeah.
I appreciate movies that are scary without relying too heavily on jump scares. As I get older and I've seen a lot of horror movies, not a ton. I'm not an aficionado like some people I know, but I've seen more than the average person. I appreciate the tension, the atmosphere over the kablammy,
Yeah.
But the best comedic horror movie I've seen so far is Tuck and Dale versus
yes,
Evil.
I was
Yes,
just
that's a good one. Well, that
Love
one
that
stands on
movie.
its own merits as a horror movie by itself.
Yeah.
Because it's a fun twist on it. It's got a great ending.
It's
Great
funny,
movie.
but it's also got some great gore and some
Yeah,
great
yeah.
like. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's
When the guy using a chainsaw gets stung by the bees. And he's
It's-
A
swinging
lot of fun kills.
a lot of
Let's leave it
yeah.
at that.
It's a movie about misunderstandings,
Yes.
and it's perfectly well
A
played.
comedy of
Yes.
errors.
Yeah.
Yes.
A comedy of horrors. Oh.
Well, according to this list here at Telegraph UK, we got The Shining comes in at number 1. You watch The Shining,
Yep.
184 calories. Which that could just be the length of The Shining. You
Yeah, but
just sit still
How
and
much
you,
popcorn are you eating?
I've
Wow.
seen both. I've seen the old one with Jack Nicholson and
that was long.
the updated one too with
Okay.
Steven Weber.
Jaws burns a lot of calories.
I was just watching
161.
Jaws with my wife because she had never seen it, and I was making a joke about Jaws, and I had to play the movie because she didn't get my funny joke.
Did you? You did like I slapped her on the head and was making a joke about Jaws.
no, he was slapping his knee because it should have been a knee slapper.
Oh, it should have been a Jaws.
Yes.
She didn't get it.
What are you doing down there? Are you Jaws or something?
The joke was something along the lines of she as an artist, she was saying, "Oh, I'll paint whatever you want." Then I made a reference of Quint, like when he scratched his nails on the board, that I'll paint your mural, I'll paint your mural for $5,000, that kind of a thing. She didn't get it, so I had to make her watch the movie right
Right.
then and there.
Number 3 is The Exorcist.
Ugh.
Another good one.
Alien.
Alien.
Was good.
I like Alien, but I think Aliens is a better movie.
Okay.
Even though it's you switch from horror to sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
action, but it's scary at the same time.
Then we
It's a good
got
movie.
Saw coming in. Watch Saw, 133 calories.
Did you see the first Saw?
Yeah, it was
I've
good.
seen them all.
I liked the first one because it was such a breath of fresh air,
Yeah.
but it got stale very fast.
Well, I mean, it's like, okay, what crazy way we're gonna
Yeah.
kill people today?
I refuse to watch Saw, any of them.
So one thing I liked about Saw 2 is it immediately went more conventional. And at least for the series, that was somewhat refreshing to, here's this movie. They're not just going to redo it. They changed it up. Yes, they made it more generic, but it wasn't just the same movie over again, which happens all the time in horror movies. Like every other subsequent Saw sequel is interchangeable.
Yeah. Well, and the other reason why to watch is, that's crazy cool. Just
Look at his hands; it's getting cut up. Ah. Like my wife loves the Paranormal Activity movies, but after
The first
you
one will
see
burn you
4 of them,
111
you
calories.
can't remember which one's which.
Yeah, the Dark Mark.
Yeah.
What's called the Dark Mark? Paranormal Activity, the Dark Mark.
going back
Or
to
is it the marked ones?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it's the Dark Mark.
I like the Dark Mark.
going back to Alien. Was it Spaceballs where The alien pops
Yes.
up. Hello, my baby. Hello, my daughter. Hello, my ragtime girl.
The late great John Hurt reprised his role as the alien victim.
yeah. All right.
All right, so you want to lose some weight? Watch some scary movies.
What else is on that list there?
Oh, we got. I
Paranormal
never
Activity.
seen this one. It just says like record.
Oh, Wreck. Yeah, that's. I think that was on Netflix for a while. It's one of those movies where it's 3 like short stories. The premise is these people find these videotapes and they're watching them, and they're all scary little vignettes.
Surprised Children of the Corn is not on there. That was pretty scary.
That one doesn't get the appreciation from the young folk.
Okay, I think they just took what they thought were scary movies.
Well, a lot of those are, dare I say, safe bets.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like when you ask someone what their favorite video game is, and they say Pac-Man, and that's because this person does not play video games.
No.
Well, we're gonna save the video game topic for the bonus.
Super Mario World 3.
Oh, we're going to talk about video. Oh, that's right. Yes.
Oh, I could save this story. Everything was all lined up, and then Nate just hit
Went
me
off
with
the
a
script.
Left
Right.
hook.
I left
go,
you
Nate.
an option of not going to it.
Way to go, Nate.
Oh man, Nate!
Because we're off the rails.
I just put it all in there. Well, let's talk about this one. Wait, Nate, do you want to talk about piss bricks or read some comics for the end here?
Let's save comics at the end. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well,
What-
we're wrapping this episode up here because you guys got stuff to do in a little bit, and we got a bonus.
Nice.
So, what do you want to do?
Let's do comics. Why not?
Comics with Nate? All right. This is a little segment we're kind of open mic working on.
We're
here.
workshopping it.
We are workshopping it. So, this is Uncle Nate reads you the comic.
Uncle
Uncle Nate.
We got Uncle Mark here. We're everybody's uncle, so.
It was weird marrying into a family where now suddenly I have a dozen nephews and nieces.
All right, Nate. Here. I don't know if you like this one or not, but I should let you pick them out from now on.
Let's go down.
Keep scroll down.
There we go.
This one?
Lower.
Ah.
Too low.
All right.
So set it up.
So for the listeners out there,
All right, there we go.
Theater of the mind's eye.
I like the way he's.
well, so we got this bald-headed dude wearing a turquoise shirt. Has a yellow, what appears to be like an oil can, maybe a lamp. He's rubbing it, and it says "rub, rub, rub" right by his crotch. So you got right away. You got this comedic timing of like, oh, okay, he's rubbing one out. Okay,
He is rubbing one out.
and all of a
Straight
sudden,
out of American Pie.
and all of a sudden, a genie pops out of nowhere. Behold, I am the genie of the lamp, and have come to grant you 3 wishes. What is your first wish? The turquoise shirt, bald-headed dude says to the purple genie, more wishes. The genie, a genie can only grant 3 wishes. This is the law of the land. So the turquoise shirt, bald-headed dude goes, more genies. And then there's several different genies that pop up, and the purple genie goes, fuck.
I like that. Clever thinking. I have never thought of that. Wish for more genies.
Yeah.
Fine, fuck it, more genies.
Damn it, there's always a loophole.
Fuck. All right. So yeah,
We're
we
missing
can.
a couple.
We
What
got
are you doing?
a couple.
What
Wait. Oh, you missed this one.
No, there's what's happening here?
I should let you pick them out before the show. Hey.
I think I saw one that was SMBC. I used to follow a lot
Was
of their
there
shit.
was there like a Batman one?
I wrote
A
down some good
superhero?
ones.
Was there a superhero one?
Oh boy.
Was there or that? I guess it was a couple fighting. Very sorry.
Yeah, that's the SMBC one.
Oh, the couple. No, wait. This is great.
Oh, that one.
There's a Batman one. Yeah,
If you want to try this one, go ahead.
it's Batman one.
He wants the Batman one.
Is that not it? It's
Is it all together?
yeah. It's all
Okay.
together.
Oh, okay.
Post-college life plan. It's a list, everybody. It's a list of post-college life plan. Like after college, what are you going to do with your life? Are you just going to, sit around and jerk off to Pornhub? Or you're going to do something with your life. Number 1, get super buff. Number 2, learn science. All of it. All of science. 3, acquire a nemesis. Number 4, I am Batman. 5, all the ladies want me. Number 6, never wear pants again. I don't wear pants at home. So there, boom, I said it. Ladies.
Life goals.
And so there's a lady who's reading the list. Well, it's ambitious. I'll give you that much. And the guy in a Batman suit, I am the knight.
He has no pants on.
He has no pants on. Just underwear.
Very nice.
That's what he accomplished. Okay. Let's do one more before we wrap it up. I got some good ones. I think this may be good here. Here is one that I found kind of funny.
All right, so we got this weird-looking, no-hair fucking creep sleeping in a bed. And there's this floating... I've never ever seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but Crane, the brain blob thing, is floating in the air. Oh, hey, I see you're seconds away from falling asleep. Allow me to take this time to flood you with the most amazing ideas ever, all of which you'll forget by morning. Oh my God, that happens all the time.
How many jokes do you think of at night and you don't get out of bed to write it down?
But they keep
There's
you awake.
plenty. There's plenty. Like
All of the
it's
jokes
ridiculous.
out there in the ether that are just
Yeah.
hanging around. So
Yep.
hopefully one day you will
Go back into my brain.
hit a synapse will fire and you'll remember.
This happens also all the time when I'm like going on a trip the next day. Like you have to get up early in the morning to go, but you just can't fall asleep because then all of these. Oh,
You're
I gotta
excited,
do this. I gotta
yeah.
do this. You gotta do that.
Thought that was funny just for an internet one, but
All right. For those who are watching live streaming of Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, this picture that I'm looking at right now is you looking at us with your hand in your face as if you were bored and like, next,
Subtle amusement.
next.
these guys suck. Next. Okay. Well, should we wrap it up so we can get a bonus episode in
Sure.
time for the Packer game?
Yeah, go Packers. They're
Packer
gonna
game.
lose.
They're gonna,
Go Pick. Go Packers.
they're gonna get smoked here. Let's.
Bears still suck. The Bears still suck.
Hey, that's our number 2 city, sir.
That's okay. They still
I
suck.
don't care.
We'll be doing the Super Bowl shuffle pretty soon.
All right, we'll hit that one down. Okay, then I got a good topic I wanted to hit later. Got totally thrown. Mark, where can they find you?
I'm so sorry about that, okay? I'm sorry.
Right off the
I would-
get-go.
Again, I
Sorry,
gave you an
not
option
sorry.
to get away from that, but you decided no.
You just hit me.
We are
Surprise.
on the rails.
What?
We are off the rails with Tom and Mark, and you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We even have a website and an email address. The key phrase is off the rails TM. So that's offtherailstm.com for our website. Email offtherailstm@gmail.com if you want to contact us for any reason. Maybe you know someone you think would be a good guest, you want to be a good guest, or you want to start some sort of podcast war with us. There you go. You can email all your questions to asktomanything414@gmail.com. This podcast is available on Stitcher, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, a whole bunch of places. There's good
Everywhere.
podcasts there. We probably found a way to get in on it.
Yes, we did. We've been in it. We got on everything now.
See our website for even more details.
Nate, where can we see you next? Where's Nate showing up?
Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Comic Nate Ford. That's NATEFORD. Comic Nate Ford. If you're in Shakopee, Minnesota, or Minneapolis and that surrounding area, you can see the Hobbit Trail, a misguided comedy tour at Dangerfield's Comedy Rib Tickler Club. That's in Shakopee, Minnesota. That's about 30 minutes south of Minneapolis. So come on out, enjoy the shows. It's a fun show. We're funny. We're funny people.
All right. It'll be excellent. Is that still the Hobbit Trail?
The Hobbit Trail of Misguided
When are we
Comedy Tour.
getting your buddy on here, your partner?
One of these days.
One of these days?
One of these
Yeah, when's
days.
Samwise going to be on?
Sam, he looks more like the White Wizard than
Whoa!
Saruman or Gandalf?
Gandalf.
Okay.
I would just call him the White Wizard.
Oh yeah. I recently tried out for the White Power Ranger. I didn't get the part.
That's because they gave it to the fucking Green Power Ranger. So, go to our website, go to our shop on Amazon, just like normal. I don't even have my reads up. Whatever, it's too far to reach with this new robotic arm in front of me. So,
Yeah, lots of ways to support the show. You can support us by using that link on our website. You can go to Amazon.com, shop as normal, and Amazon is generous enough to share the proceeds of your purchase with us at no extra
and
cost
after
to
1
you.
year, we're doing very well. Keep supporting us, please.
Another way
Thank
to
you.
support the show is Patreon. You can
Patreon, we
support
got
us
some
directly, and we do have some fun swag we give up. We got bumper stickers.
Yeah.
There's talk of more stuff to come. So, yeah.
Shirts are on the way. I got to get a hold of a guy pretty hard.
And
here.
another great way to support the show without spending any money at all is
Just like and share.
comment, subscribe, tell your friends, spread the word.
Sure. All right, universe. Thank you very much. And remember, we're not good enough.